I'm going to show you how to make a delicious, juicy roasted chicken and fragrant rice. Have you ever seen a chicken on sale and thought, I don't want to do all that work? Well, I'm going to make it super easy for you. Okay, we're going to start by removing anything that's in the inside and getting rid of that. And then we're going to cut off the back of the chicken, the backbone. Now, we can use a knife to make a clean cut like that, or either you can use kitchen shears. Most knife sets come with one. And you're going to notice it's a little firm, right? We're going to crack that and make it lay completely flat. And this is the sweet spot for cooking it all evenly. Flip it over on the bottom, season it really heavily. Don't worry about over seasoning it, you'll be fine. Flip it over on the other side, drizzle some olive oil and season it heavily and rub it around nice and good. Then we're gonna take a spoon and we're gonna separate this chicken right here from the skin. You see? And I put a little seasoning on the inside of that. And I'm not just gonna put seasoning, I'm gonna put bruised garlic underneath that skin. That's about 6-7 pieces I'm gonna put on each side. And that's gonna bake and just go throughout the chicken. It's gonna be amazing. And this is what it's gonna look like. There you go, that's the bruised garlic underneath. This is what it's gonna look like when it's done before we put it in the pan. So here's the foil-lined pan. I have chicken stock in the bottom. I have my finger in it just to show you. Look, it's not that much chicken stock, just enough to coat the bottom. I put the chicken in. I'm about to cover that up nice and neatly with foil so I can bake it. Now with the foil, my thing is I always tell people primp almost like you're wrapping a gift. Primp both sides first and then you do the edges last. So when it's time for you to peel it open, you won't rip the foil. You see how neatly that comes up? Now we're gonna prepare the chicken to go back in the oven after we baste it for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then you'll be done after that. Now let's go on to the rice. We're going to prepare the rice how the package directs us to, but we're going to add about 4 or 5 pieces of bruised garlic into the water with 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and we're going to salt the water as well. At the bottom of this dish, this is the dish where the rice is going to go when it's done. I have olive oil at the bottom and I have some turmeric seasoning. Now you can just use regular cracked salt and pepper if you like, just to lightly season the rice. And this is the rice when it's done. You see those hunks of garlic? It's absolutely a treat. Now, once I put the rice in the dish, I sprinkle a little extra seasoning, a little bit of oil on top. Like I said, you can use butter or whatever you like. Now you're about to see why I cut the back off the chicken. You see how easy it is to manipulate now? All I did was I picked it up out of the pan and put it onto the chopping board and I began to cut. Notice that leg quarter, I'm leaving it one whole piece. You can cut that in half if you want. You know, I'm just showing you how to basically break it down yourself without much hassle, you know? Now, I'm cutting it into bigger pieces, but honestly, if you're dealing with people who, you know, if you have a bunch of sides and stuff like that to go with it, not just the rice, you have vegetables and you have bread and all that jazz, what you can do is cut it into smaller pieces. And we're going to make a sauce with the drippings so you can drizzle it on top and it could just kind of swim in that goodness. And now look at that, you're ready to go. It was a lot easier than you thought, right? Now off to make the sauce. At the bottom of the pan, the sticky stuff and whatever drippings I had left over in oil, I poured that into a cup, added a half a cup of water, 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I heated it up in a microwave, and now I'm pouring it on top so the chicken could have something to bathe in. And we're done. Let the chicken rest for 20 minutes before you begin to cut it so the juices can stay locked in. Again, as always, share love with someone and tag me when you try it.
Yes.